all ready for some Christmas adventures? We have some amazing and magical Christmas stories lined up for you to get you ready for the Christmas spirit.
Christmas? Did you say Christmas? Is it December already?
Oh, hi, Chloe. Didn't see you there. And yes, it is. Christmas is coming in 2 weeks' time. Are you excited for it?
Hi, everyone. Wow, time flies. It's Christmas already, and it's my favorite holiday of the year. I am so excited for it. I can't wait to eat all the food and open up all the presents. What about you?
Me too. I can't wait for all the yummy treats. But for now, let's get started with the Christmas adventures, shall we?
Yes, we shall. I am excited to hear all about Christmas and Santa. Let's go.
Caillou, Merry Christmas! Grandma and Mummy are baking cookies in the shape of stars. Balthazar sits in the corner of the kitchen, hoping for a treat. In the living room, Aunt Poppy and Grandpa are singing Christmas songs. Caillou would like to sing along, but he's having trouble sitting still. Is tonight Christmas Eve? Caillou asks Daddy for the 100th time. Before going to bed, Caillou puts 3 cookies and a glass of milk on the table in the living room. These are for Santa Claus, Caillou whispers to Rosie. Caillou is having a lot of trouble falling asleep. He has been waiting so long for this night to arrive. Finally, he sleeps, dreaming of all the presents Santa will bring him. In the middle of the night, a strange noise awakens Caillou. It's coming from the living room. Caillou is sure it's Santa. Caillou gets out of bed and tiptoes downstairs, being careful not to make any noise. He especially doesn't want to wake up Rosie. Caillou's heart is beating very fast. The glass of milk is almost empty, and the cookies are gone. Santa must be nearby, Caillou thinks. Caillou is very excited, but walks cautiously through the living room. Suddenly, he sees 2 bright green eyes staring at him. Balthazar! What are you doing there? Caillou scolds Aunt Poppy's cat. Balthazar is pushing the cookies around on the floor. His whiskers are still white from drinking the milk. Caillou goes back to bed, a little disappointed because he wished he had seen Santa. Balthazar follows him, purring happily. Caillou is the first one awake on Christmas morning. He runs downstairs. Rosie, Rosie, come see! Caillou shouts when he sees all the presents Santa has left under the Christmas tree. There is something for everyone, even for that naughty cat Balthazar.
Sing with us now! We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your king. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Let's sing one more time.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your king. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Home for Christmas. One Christmas Eve not long ago, when everyone's yard was covered in snow, the cat threw a party, a Christmas event. Everyone was invited and everyone went. There were jingle bell cookies and cranberry punch and the gingerbread house that the mice liked to munch. Ralph won the Find the Most Candy Canes game. Great party, said a sea star. I'm so glad I came. Meanwhile, the fish looked at his Christmas list. Let's see, he said. Are there gifts that I missed? When the cat's party ended, his friends waved goodbye. Then he flew them all home. That cat's such a nice guy. But when he took off for Ralph's home in the snow, there was a loud noise, and the cat said, "Oh no!" They heard a loud cranking. They heard a loud creaking. "Cat," Sally said, "I think something is leaking." The cat tried to steer, but he knew in a flash if he didn't land soon, they were going to crash. They landed somewhere that was dusty and dry. Then a family of elephants came walking by. An elephant mom with her son and her daughter. "Can you help us?" the cat asked. "We need to find water." "Of course," said the elephants. "That's what we do. We can smell water and we can help you." So they took off again. But the next thing they knew, they crashed into the sea in blue puddle-a-roo. But as it turned out, they did not get too wet. They were saved by some dolphins the cat had just met. Would they get home in time? Would they miss Christmas Day? "Push the faster, my bluster," the cat said right away. To get home for Christmas, it looks like we need to fly through the air at a much faster speed. But something went wrong, and the cat had to land next to some crabs marching out on the sand. "The Jingerman-Weezer will not let me steer. I don't think we'll get home for Christmas this year." It really looked like everybody was stuck. Had the cat in the hat finally run out of luck? But if you think the story ends here, well, you're wrong. The cat in the hat's never out of luck long. "Wait," said the cat. "It's almost Christmas Day. I'll give you your present. Open it right away." "A present?" said Sally. "Oh, cat, that's so nice. Open a present?" said Nick. "You don't have to ask twice." When they opened their present, they got a surprise. A small thingamajigger, exactly their size. "It's perfect," said Sally. "Let's fly it," said Nick. "To the thingamajigger," the cat said. "Go quick. I need you to tell me what's broken inside." "I'll drive," said Sally, and Nick said, "Let's ride." They flew right inside and they heard a loud clanging. "There," Sally said, "I can hear someone banging." "Press the stopper matuggle," said Nick. "It's on top." Then the thingamajigger came to a stop. "Please help me," a mouse said. "I made a mistake. I only came in for a little fruit cake." "My name is Fifi and I can't get out. We'll help you," said Nick, and he started to shout. "Cat, there's a mouse in here. What do we do now?" "You save her," the cat said, "and I'll tell you how. You need to hurry up and throw the blue switch." "But there are two," Nick said. "Which switch is which?" "Be careful," the cat called. "Throw the one that is bigger. It opens the top of the thingamajigger." "Okay," yelled Nick. "Fifi, hold on tight," he said. "Throw the big switch. I hope the cat's right." Nick threw the big switch and things started to shake. "That's it," said Fifi. "I'm giving up cake." "Get ready," shouted Sally. "Hold on. Here she comes." Then Fifi popped out in a shower of crumbs. "Thank you," said Fifi, "for saving me. Now I can spend Christmas with my family." "I'm giving up sweets, but it's really too bad. That was the best fruitcake that I've ever had." "Glad you like it," the cat said. "I made it, you see, from my great-great-great-grandma cat's recipe. I use special fruit. Here, I'll give you a jar. They're delicious, but I don't know what kind they are. So, things all worked out as most stories do. Ralph got home for Christmas and Fifi did too. The cat flew them home and slowed down on the way while the fish dropped his Christmas leaves in Santa's sleigh. Home for Christmas, the cat said, is the best place to be. But something's wrong, Sally said, with the lights on our tree. Not to worry, the cat said, I'll take care of that. And he turned the lights on with a flip of his hat. That's the end. How to catch Santa. After waiting for days and days and days, it's finally Christmas Eve. And that's when you can try to catch Santa. As you know, Santa's very busy and you won't be able to keep him for long. So plan ahead. Figure out now how to make the most of your time. First of all, don't you have a zillion questions to ask him? Questions for Santa. How do you squeeze down chimneys? How do you stay clean? What about houses with no chimneys? How fast do reindeer fly to get everywhere one night? What's their fuel? Magic? Do elves ever sneak a ride in your sleigh? What about kids? How do you find kids who are away on trips? What's your favorite toy? Do you get mountains and mountains of letters? How? Who invents new toys at your workshop? The elves? Mrs. Claus? You? Do you really eat cookies at everyone's house? Maybe you have things you want to tell him. Things to tell Santa. I'm trying very hard to be good. My sister is too, even if it doesn't look like it. Thank you for the presents. Sorry I always forget to send a thank you note. I know what my mom and dad want. They were too busy to write to you. And maybe you have things you want to give him. Santa will love that. Things to give Santa. A headlamp for going down dark, dark chimneys. A nose warmer for cold sleigh rides. Drawings of Santa with your family. Homemade Christmas decorations for Mrs. Claus. Okay, now you know what you'll do once you catch Santa. It's time to figure out how to do it. Definitely don't try anything too wild and crazy. Lassoing a Santa, distracting him with a giant candy cane, luring him into a snow trap, tying nets between palm trees instead. Be crafty, be clever, be gentle. If you're very lucky, you'll actually catch Santa, but you might only catch a glimpse of him. Or you might just find Santa's been here clues. Plan for all these possibilities. Early on Christmas Eve, write Santa a note and fill it with glitter. When he opens it, glitter will sprinkle all over him and he'll leave a trail. That's a Santa's been here clue for sure. Scatter carrots in your yard or on the windowsill. If they disappear, that's a reindeer have been here clue. Write Santa riddles, but don't give the answers yet. Bake him cookies. Instead of putting them by the tree, draw arrows leading to your room. String bells and chimes above the cookies. That way, he'll make a racket and wake you up. Now, try to be patient. While you wait, sing Christmas songs and read books about Santa. Maybe you'll even get some new Santa catching ideas. Ask your mom and dad if they ever tried to catch Santa when they were little. Do they have any tricks? Check with your grandma and grandpa too. When it starts to get dark, Santa and his reindeer begin their rounds. Have everyone keep an eye out the window. If your family makes lots of noise, laughing, eating, talking, playing games, say shh every now and then. Listen for Santa sounds. Santa sounds. Santa doing stretches on your neighbor's roof. Sleigh bells. Reindeer whining in the distance. Elves giggling. Ho, ho, ho! When you start to get sleepy, make last-minute preparations. Lift the Christmas tree lights on to help Santa see his way around. Rudolph, with his nose so bright, can't help him from the roof. Set up your Santa riddles with a note that says, "For help with the answers, wake me up." Santa won't be able to resist. Is your puppy a good watchdog? A good, gentle watchdog? If yes, then let him stay in your bedroom. Remember, Santa won't come into your house until you're asleep. Before you lay your head on your pillow, peek out the window one last time. Good luck catching Santa, and Merry Christmas! And if you didn't catch Santa this time, don't worry, there's always next year. The Tooth Fairy vs. Santa. Blue had always dreamed of becoming the first fairy in his family to earn a spot on the Tooth Fairy team, while other young fairies in Toothtopia spent their free time at Tooth Day parties. Blue was learning the names of teeth. And when the others played brushball games, Blue practiced flying while carrying precious cargo, or training at the Flitter Flutter gym. There wasn't much time for fun and friends, but when Blue arrived at the Tooth Fairy Command Center, he felt prepared to achieve what he'd worked so hard for. Blue was the first fairy to submit his Tooth Fairy application. Then, he aced the Tooth Fairy entrance exam and passed the fitness test with ease. All he could do after that was wait to see if he'd be selected to take the final test that he could earn official Tooth Fairy status. The next day, a letter from the Tooth Fairy Command Center arrived. Dear Blue, as you know, only one fairy each year is selected to become a Tooth Fairy. After carefully reviewing your application, exam scores, and fitness test results, I'm pleased to inform you that you've been assigned case number 519822 for your final test. Locate and retrieve the client's lost tooth and deliver it back to the command center by midnight. If you are successful, you'll become a member of the Toothtopia Tooth Fairy team. If not, you'll be assigned to the polishing department for 1 year. May the floss be with you. Molars, TEO, Tooth Executive Officer. Nobody wanted to work in the polishing department, but Blue wasn't worried. He had prepared for this moment. What could go wrong? He entered Veda's address into his tooth locator device and was off. There were many challenges in Blue's flight path. But finally, he arrived at his destination. Blue couldn't fit through the keyhole, so he set his pixie dust pen to the magic door setting, drew a fairy-sized entryway, and flew right in. He was admiring the strange decorations when suddenly he heard a clatter coming from the chimney. Blue cautiously took a closer look. He saw rosy cheeks, a fluffy beard, and a perfect set of anterior teeth. "You must be Veda's dad," Blue shouted. "My name's Blue. I've been assigned to collect your daughter's lost tooth and leave this gift under her pillow." "I'm not Veda's dad," Santa chuckled. "I'm Santa. And did you say gift? I'm the only one who leaves gifts on Christmas Eve." "When is Christmas Eve?" Blue asked. "Tonight," Santa replied. "But please feel free to come back any other night of the year." Blue checked his Tooth Fairy handbook. "Sorry, Santa. It's company policy to collect a lost tooth on the same night that it falls out. There have been a few cases when that wasn't possible, but tonight is my final Tooth Fairy test, and I have to get back to the Tooth Fairy Command Center with the tooth by midnight." "We can't share Christmas Eve," Santa insisted. "Blue was running out of time, and I can't spend an entire year in the polishing department. There's only one way to settle this. Blue switched his pixie dustpan to the chalk setting to create a scoreboard. Winner stays, explained Blue. Loser leaves, Santa replied. They shook hands and the competition began. They lassoed, they juggled, and they fenced until they knocked over a plate of snacks and noticed Veda's letter. Dear Santa and Tooth Fairy, I'm so excited I lost my first tooth on Christmas Eve. Enjoy the cookies I made for you to share. I hope you can be friends. And please give the carrots to Santa's reindeer. Love, Veda. P.S. Do you like the decorations? I put them up all by myself this year. Santa and Blue realized this night was about more than gifts or teeth. It was about making Veda happy, and to do that, they needed to work as a team. Santa cleaned while Blue decorated. Blue collected Veda's tooth while Santa delivered gifts. And together, they wrote Veda a note. Dear Veda, Merry Christmas and congratulations on losing your first tooth. We had a busy night at your house collecting, delivering gifts, collecting your tooth, and becoming friends. We both loved your snacks and decorations. They made our visit to your house extra special. Love, Santa, and your Tooth Fairy, Blue. Blue was teaching Santa's reindeer some new tricks when he got an emergency reminder to return to the Tooth Fairy Command Center. It would now be impossible for Blue to make it back in time. Luckily, his new friend was able to help with that. They reached the Tooth Fairy Command Center with just moments to spare. Blue wished Santa could stay, but he had many more deliveries to make before Christmas morning, so it was time to say goodbye. Everyone at the Tooth Fairy Command Center was excited to hear about Blue's adventure. Molas presented him with an official Tooth Fairy badge along with a list of new clients. And on his days off, Blue finally had time for fun and friends. Everything was perfect until Veda lost another tooth the night before Easter. But Blue wasn't worried. What could go wrong? Wow, what an adventure of Christmas tales! Now I am super duper excited for Christmas and hanging up all the decorations. I hope you all had fun going on these adventures with me and Chloe. And that you all have a wonderful Christmas holiday. Goodbye and Merry Christmas, everyone!
Goodbye and Merry Christmas, everyone!